morning, my friends. We are going to do a 24-hour readathon this weekend. I think it's going to be really nice and sunny, so it'll be nice to read outside for a bit. I started this morning and I finished Night of the Goddess, which is the fourth book in the Blood of a Fae series, which is actually the prequel to the Bloodwing Academy series. And I will say I can't really talk much about this book, to be honest, considering it's the last book in the series, so much would be a spoiler. But I will say that this book really shows how it's a prequel. Like, Midra actually has her own chapters, which is pretty cool. So anyway, I'm really happy to finish this. I'm also bummed because I like everything I've read so far by Briar Boleyn. But that's okay. The third book in Bloodwing Academy comes out, I think, in October. If not October, definitely sometime this fall. But anyway, it's getting warmer outside. I'm going to go downstairs, pick the next book that I'm going to read in this readathon, and then make my way outside and lay in the sun. It should be really nice. All right, let's pick the next book. So I think that I will for sure read this next, No Place Like You. I read the first book in, I think, my first reading vlog, and it's super springy, so it fits the bill. Also, I like going in between genres, so since I just read a romantasy, I think I'm just gonna stick to contemporary romance. It looks cute, so this will be next. After that, that's kind of where I don't know what I'm gonna want to read, because I originally had these four planned for the rest of this month for April, but as a true mood reader, I don't know if I want to read them right now. So let me read that one, and then I have had this on my list for a really long time. I've only heard great things, so maybe I will read this next. And then I've been thinking about Pines, but it's actually set in Idaho, and we go camping in Idaho a ton, and so I'm tempted to save this for our next camping trip, so I might hold off on it. So this series, I have been loving this series, but it's definitely more wintry, and this weekend it's going to be really hot and sunny, and so it doesn't really fit the vibe. Next week it's supposed to get like cold and rainy, so maybe I'll save it for that. Back to Pines. The thing is that I want to read a thriller, but I don't, like I said, I want to save this one. But I have had this, so maybe I'll pull it from later in my TBR and read this, because it's set at the lake, so I feel like it might be kind of spring, summery, warm weather. I could be totally wrong. Those are kind of the books that I'm thinking. Let's at least go ahead and start with No Place Like You and see where it goes. All I'm going to say is there's a part where she gets caught fantasizing about her fake boyfriend by her fake boyfriend. It's at the end of chapter 14. Very funny. Okay, so I'll give you an update. I'm 120 pages in, and it's really good. So I figured out the characters in Give Me Butterflies. It's Millie's sister, who is the main female character, and then it's her like ex-best friend from high school, and then they're both back in their hometown, and long story short, they start fake dating to help each other out. And so yeah, it's clear that they have always had feelings for each other, and now, shocker, they're fake dating. So I have a feeling I know where this is going, but it's written really well. I like the characters a lot. I think Jillian has a way, like, I like her humor. It's light, and I like how complex her characters are. So anyway, it's a good read so far. Okay, I just finished No Place Like You, and it was really cute. Probably one of the best romance, like contemporary romance books I've read in a while. I liked this a lot more than Give Me Butterflies, to be honest. I'm not really sure why. I think I connected with the characters more. I really love, I guess this wouldn't technically be a second chance romance, but as teens, they definitely had like little crushes on each other, so it kind of counts. It works for me every time. So this is fun. Highly recommend it. I think I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars, to be honest. I was like giggling the whole time. So well done, Jillian. I hope that there's another book after this. I'm not sure who it would be about, to be honest, because his sister is already married, and then I don't know, I guess there's one other sister that she has Tessa, but I also think that she's like married off. So I don't know what would be left. Anyway, definitely recommend. Definitely read it in spring. It's got spring vibes for sure. I decided on a thriller next because we've done romantasy and now contemporary romance. I'm going to do thriller. And it's this one. So this came out, I can't remember if it was in February or March. And I actually know nothing about it other than obviously it's set at a lake, which feels like spring to me. So we're going to jump into this. It's not too long either, so we'll see how that goes. And then we are sitting at just under 17 hours. And it's like 6 o'clock. I think I'm behind. I think that making food takes a little longer than I thought, and like showering and doing normal day stuff. But that's okay. I'm going to read for the next bit. I will say the next episode of Euphoria comes out tonight, so we are for sure going to be pausing to watch that. All right, let's jump into this next book. Hey guys, it is day 2 of my 24-hour readathon, and it's going well. I have just under 10 hours left. I've been reading all morning. I'm almost done with It's Not Her, and I'm loving it. I am very hooked. I have no idea who did it, so it's been a fun read. It's my first by Mary Kubica, and I'd like to check out some of her other books. But yeah, let's get back to reading. Alright, so I just finished It's Not Her, and I'm going to give it 4 stars. It was super fun to read. It was definitely a page turner. I could not figure out what was going on. The end was good. Like I said, I didn't expect it. But some of the writing just felt a little clunky. Like a lot of the character details or like scenes felt super unrelated. It didn't tie into the story, and so anyway, the writing wasn't my favorite, but the storyline was really good, and it was definitely a quick thrillery read. It made me a little anxious. So yeah, 4 stars. Let's see, that was book number 3. We're gonna start a new book. It is called In the Veins of the Drowning, and it's been on my TBR for a little over a year, I think. From what I understand, there's some tie to sirens, or like there's sirens in this or something. I'm gonna start this. I think that there's also a second book in this series coming out. I don't know if it's a duology or if it's a series. Anyway, I've only heard really good things from this book, so I'm excited. Oh yeah, and then the time update. We are sitting right under 9 hours. So we got a lot of reading left to do. Alright, I just finished In the Veins of the Drowning, and 5 stars for sure. I am generally kind of picky with the romantasy that I like, and this one had me hooked from the start. There was nothing that I didn't like in this book. The writing was really good, the characters were really good. It was super unique. Like, the reason I picked this up in the beginning is because the thought of sirens is like, I've never read a book with sirens in them. Like, I had no idea that they had wings. And so this book was really good. I will say it was definitely more focused on the plot than the romance, which I'm kind of, I don't know, I feel it's fine, but I also really love the romance, I'm not gonna lie, so I wouldn't mind a little more of that in book 2. We'll see where it goes. It was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. I think book 2 comes out in July, and so we have a little bit to wait. Yeah, 5 stars. I'm so happy I finally read it. So we officially only have like 30 minutes left of my 24-hour readathon. This was just now my 4th book in 2 days, which is a lot for me. I mean, I'll say like I had stuff to do, like you gotta do your dishes and you gotta take a shower and like stuff like that, and it eats into the time. So I'm pretty happy with 4 books in 2 days. I will go ahead and start my next one though. And I think I'm gonna go, because these were the 3 that I was thinking for the rest of April. I have The Caretaker coming in the mail tomorrow for the pre-order. I'm really excited about that. And then later this month, Molka is coming out. Those are the only 2 new releases left. So I have roughly like 5 books that I want to get through for the rest of this month. I think I'm going to pick up Sin Bin now, because I told you guys I want to save Pines when we're camping, and a 700-page Murakami book right now does not feel like that's what I want to read. I'm not gonna lie, my brain is a little fried. So I think I'm gonna pick this up tonight, finish out the 30 minutes, and then I'm done. So we did finish our 24-hour readathon last night, and I didn't get very far at all into Sin Bin, but it's cute. It starts off spicy, and so that's usually not my favorite, but I'm sure that it'll kind of get deeper as we get farther into the book. But yeah, I'm proud of that one. 4 books in 2 days, and I'm mostly because like I have so many books on my physical TBR that I'm trying to get through, and so it felt really good to just like sit down and dedicate a bunch of time to getting through them, and they were some really great reads, so it was really fun. I think I might try to do one of those once a month, but we'll see. Life doesn't always cooperate with plans, you know. But anyway, I hope that you guys had a fun time watching, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.